नमस्ते, स्वागतम्। अद्यतनकक्ष्यायां
नमस्ते।
पञ्चमपाठस्य नमस्ते पञ्चमपाठस्य अन्तिमबिन्दून् ज्ञात्वा षष्ठपाठस्य प्रवेशं क्रियते। प्रार्थनया प्रारम्भं कुर्मः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। हरिः ओम सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारंभं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। ओम तत्सत्। अस्तु, अनुवादपद्धतिः इति पठनीयम् इदानीं पञ्चमपाठे नवमबिन्दुः। So again, few more clues about what precautions we have to take during translation. Without taking, I'm just reading now, without taking into consideration the meaning of the whole sentence, if we translate word for word, it will result in an observed statement. Moreover, each language has its own idiomatic usages. Okay, so there are each language has its own specific idioms which we have to use. Okay, it literal translation sometimes doesn't bring out the idioms correctly. Like yesterday we saw Manoratha. If we translate it as mental chariot, it is no sense in English. Okay, if we translate it as desires of the mind or something, it has a better desires are always of the mind generally, though we want to execute it with indriyas. But anyway, so that's the correct thing to do. That's what is the suggestion. Their literal translation will be incorrect and unjustified. After understanding the meaning of these phrases, we must find the corresponding right expression in the other language. Read the following phrases for example. A black sheep, Krishnaha Ajaha. A black sheep in English means something else, right? So correct translation is Vanchakaha. Okay, some odd man out of the lot. An old hand. Okay, Prachinaha Hastaha. So it doesn't make any sense in Sanskritam. Anubhavi is how we say. Okay, one with experience. A snake in the grass. Trishneshu stitaha sarpaha. So this is like something like hiding, right? It's a danger that is lurking. We say snake in the grass. There are many other phrases like that. So we have to go to Gupta Shatruhu in Sanskritam, huh? Because there is a nice samasta pada for that. Blue blood means royal blood or something, right? So or somebody with a cultured lineage, something like that, right? So Neela Raktam, if you translate that, it makes no sense in Sanskritam because we don't compare the royal blood to Neela in our world. So here we would say Kulinaha. Kula is in of a certain lineage. Kulina is somebody who has been brought up properly in a certain lineage, whatever be that lineage. So Kulinaha. Hmm? Go to the docks. This in English means something has gone totally horrible and wasted. Shunakam prati gacchatu. If we say that, Nasham prapnotu is the correct thing. I mean, this is of course, unfortunately, in Lot Lakara. So go to the docks. But we usually say gone to the docks. This means Shunakam prati agachat or something like that. And Nasham aprapnot, something like that. Huh? Prapnot, double A, like that. Okay, so Nasham. Then having his hands full, that means somebody is busy, right? So Hastau Purnau Bhavatam, some particular mood they have said here. Anyway, that's not at all useful. So Karya Magnaha Bhavatu. Okay, so become engaged in work, something like that. Vyastaha. Somebody is having his hands full, same saha vyastaha we say. Vyastaha means somebody is engaged in some work. That's a shortest Sanskritam word available for busy. Vyasta. Okay. In cold blood, Shita Rakte, again cold and Shita don't convey the same sense. So Uddesha Purvakam, that means intentional. That sense is there in cold blood. So the cold blood does convey something even more drastic. Perhaps we can find something for that also. Krura Uddesha Purvakam, something like that. So Krurodesha Purvakam, like that we can make it Samasta. Okay, so good examples. We'll move forward. We are now going to increase our learning in Sandhi to end Sandhi. So we are moving on from the first row of our table. I don't know with this table. We finished all the first row Sandhis. Basically we finished the diagonal Savarna Dirgha. We finished Guna Sandhi, yellow ones, and Vriddhi Sandhi, the pink ones. Okay. Now we are moving to this large blue segment, which is many attack letters, and for all second letters, okay, of the swaras through au. Okay, but there are exceptions, of course. You see the diagonals are already occupied by Savarna Dirgha, so the remaining, okay, the blue segment here, okay, is the end sandhi. So let's go back. So what is the end sandhi pictorially we to understand? E plus some h here represents a varna. Sorry, so a swara. Okay, varna means any letter. Swara means only vowels. So E followed by any vowel, that vowel E is replaced by Y. Okay, the whatever is the following letter H remains. Okay, so Y plus some H, whatever was there. H is a technical term for swaras due to Maheshwara Sutra. We knew that, no? A, I, U, Ru, Rik, all those things. Okay, so E becomes Y, U becomes V, R becomes Repa, R. Okay, L becomes Lakara, L. Okay, so basically what we are going is we are going from swaras E, U, R, L to Vyanjanas Y, V, R, L. Okay, so that's why those Vyanjanas are closely related to swaras. In fact, we kind of say they are reversals in a sense. So in the Sandhikarya, we are replacing this attack letter with the Vyanjana there. But the trailing, the first letter of the second portion, the one that is to the right, will remain as is. Okay, both are not replaced. Only the left side one, only the last letter of the first portion gets replaced like this, and only for E, U, R, L, not for A and all that. Okay, even A, I, O, the remaining swaras, they have another sandhi. Okay, which we will see later, called Ayanta, Avanta, Desha sandhi. So end sandhi is the bottom half of the top block. Okay, so sorry, let me go here. Yeah, so if we can say the top block as A, I, U, R, L portion. L, of course, is extra we are learning just to complete the table. Our learning stops with R. And then A, O, I, O, they are the second part, right? Second block. So that comes with a different sandhi. So we are focused on the remaining lines of the top block. The first line being important sandhis like Savarna Dirgha for one part, and then Guna Sandhi and Vriddhi Sandhi. After that, End Sandhi. Hopefully, you keep this mental picture in mind. This table is best way for our brain to remember what's happening. Okay. Yeah. Observe the Sandhi in the following sentences. Now, we'll go with the Samskrita Bharata Paddhati of learning these examples. Okay. Let me take help of one of you. Krishna Kumar Varya. Krishna Kumar Varya, you can help us with reading?
Sir. Yeah.
Please kindly read slowly. Stop after each sentence. I might say a few things and then we can continue. Yeah.
Okay. Samskrita karyam atyuttamam asti.
So atyuttamam has been highlighted. Atyuttamam. So you can almost feel what is there. Ati uttamam. Atyuttamam. U becomes y. Ati, sorry, E becomes y. Ati uttamam. Atyuttamam. E has become y. This portion, this sandhi has happened. Continue, sir.
Saha pratyegam karyam Shraddhaya karoti.
Shraddhaya karoti. Pratyekam, pratyekam, same sandhi as earlier. E becomes ya. So pratyekam, A remains. You see the top of yakara has the A remaining, but it has joined the yakara now. So pratyekam, pratyekam. Pratyekam became pratyekam. E became y. This one. Okay. Continue, sir.
Sri Krishna Madvarihi iti uchyade.
Madhu arihi madvarihi. Madhu arihi. Ari means enemy. Madhu means honey. So Sri Krishna is called the enemy of honey in a kind of not in any in a fun sense, okay? Because he loved madhu so much that he would consume it. So he is being termed as the enemy of the honey in a loving way. Okay, so madhvarihi, madhu arihi, madhvarihi. What happened? Madhu had madhu, right? This that became v, madhvarihi. Arihi remained, the akara remained. Okay, the akara remained. So madhvarihi, v appeared in place of ukara. Okay, that is the only vikara that happened. We call this as a vikara. Ukara becoming vakara or yikara becoming yakara, etc. They are all vikara. Vikara means transformation. Okay, so that is when sandhi has happened. All right, continue, sir.
पाठः मास्तवधुना इति अध्यापकः उक्तवान्.
Mastvaduna. Okay, see this here we cannot give any pauses because
Correct.
it's one complex letter.
Correct.
Mastvaduna, mastva. Okay, so mastu aduna, vakara has appeared. Mastu, hey, ma karotu, mastu, may that not be done, like that. Huh? So astu, opposite is mastu. Okay, astu is may it happen so in a lot sense. Mastu is ma astu, not be so, mastu. So that is already actually a kind of construction. But anyway, we are focusing on mastu aduna, mastvaduna. So u becoming v again. Okay, a remaining after the vakara, a remains va. So vaduna, stvaduna. Like, okay, continue, sir.
पुत्रः पितृंशम् अपेक्षते.
Putraha, the son, pitru amsham, pitramsham. So pitru is written. I will have to use the one second. Give me a second. I'm activating the Sanskrit keyboard. Okay, so that plus amsham. Okay, so that is how this is constructed. Let me go back to the presentation mode. So pitru plus amsham. This pratipadika for pita, we pratama vibhakti, we know it as pita, pita, pitaro, pitaraha, like that we know that table, right? So that's pratipadika, the stem of that father is pitru. Okay, in fact we use that in some places, pitru paksha, like that. When we say, we are actually using the stem name pitru paksha, like that. So pitru amsha is also actually having the same pitru, but due to the sandhi vikara, the amsha, that is this r has become repa. Okay, so t plus repa plus amsham. So that repa goes below the takara in that compound, like takara not fully bent there. When we write in hand, we write it more clearly. So repa is coming as it. So the r swara became the repamsha, this resulting repamsha. Okay. So that is what it is. Pitramsham apekshate. So what is this sentence meaning? Because this is not a normal sentence, I'm going to give meaning. The son and expects pitramsha. That means the son wishes to have the benefits of his DNA lineage. In that sense, you can take it, or you can take it as grace of his pitrus also, ashirvada and grace of his pitrus, of his lineage. That kind of pitru can include both pitru and matru, of course. You know, in Sanskritam, though we use pullinga, pitru means his parental lineage, not necessarily his paternal lineage. Parental rather than paternal. Okay, so continue, sir.
अद्य मातृर्चन कार्यक्रमः प्रचलति.
Again here matru has come into picture. Same way I wrote pitru, matru has to be written. Matru plus archana karyakramaha. There is a long samasta pada there, but the focus is on matrarchana. That t plus r becomes r of swara becomes repamsha. Okay, that repamsha has gone as the attack letter on the top there. Okay. Sorry. Archana, that is different. Not. It is that strike below the takara. Same as Pitramsha. Strike below the takara. The akara remains in the tra. Archana. So trarchana. So matrarchana karyakramaha prachalati. Like that. So you guys should always mentally picture this kind of letter breaks. You see, that's what they will show later also. Okay. Thank you, Varya. Thanks for your assistance.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.
So observe the euphonic combination in the words in the bold type. We pretty much already saw this. Ati uttamam. So E plus U becomes U plus U or U. Prati ekam. E plus A becomes U plus A. Madhu plus arihi. U plus A becomes V plus A va. Mastu U plus A again va. Pitru amshaha r swara r with akara becomes repamsha with akara. So ra. And matru archanam, same thing. Repamsha with akara, it will become ra. So they have shown these three examples. Now Samskrita Bharati is not going to go into this because this is very rare, number one, and mostly it is a grammarian's world and Veda world. This lukara. It's not in use in the normal Laukika Samskrita. So they have not included that, but the Sandhi includes that. As far as Panini is concerned, Panini is not just worried about Laukika Samskritam, he is also worried about Vaidika Samskritam. So he includes that. Fairly straightforward. L becoming La, just like R becoming Ra. Okay. All right. I hope this is clear. If there are any questions, as usual, you can always shout it out to me. Or hopefully if you raise your hand, I will see. Yeah, Geeta Parihar, you have your hand raised. You have a question?
No, sir. I mean, I had it, but then it was solved later on.
Oh, okay. You got the clarity. Okay, thank you. So they are now re-emphasizing what has happened.
What is the meaning of Mastu Aduna?
Mastu Aduna. Mastu means not required. Not let it not be there, like that. Pataha Mastu Aduna. So lesson not needed now. Iti. So Adhyapakaha Uktavan. The teacher told. Okay, I never tell like this, so I am a bad Adhyapaka. Pataha Astu Aduna only I am telling. Tell sir.
Can you guide how to install this Sanskrit Lipi on the laptop? I have been trying it, but
yes. Very easy. Just stand by. Let me show you. Let me stop the individual share and share the whole screen. Okay. Now, do you see the full screen now? I think so, right? So I will open a browser. I'll open a browser. Just stand by and see here. It's called search for Pramukh IME. Oh, I already have the keyboard activated. Sir. Pramukh IME. Pramukh IME. Pramukh. It doesn't matter how you pronounce. Okay. Then see www.pramukh.ime. IME stands for some technical thing. Okay. So let's click that. So here, see Pramukh IME. Okay, download this. Okay, download this.
.ime.
No, Pramukh.ime. No, Pramukh IME. That's all. Okay, as the screen shows, Pramukh IME. Search for that. No dot. Okay. Then if you go there, you should get a download for a zip file like this. Okay. Then you follow, unzip it using some 7-zip or WinZip or something, and follow the process. Okay, let me just do it because many of you may not know. So I will have to go to documents, downloads, some place like that. I want to keep it in a good place. Okay, here downloads. Okay.
Is it available for Mac also, sir?
No, unfortunately, this is only available for Windows. For Mac, I have no idea because I have a Mac, but I have not used Sanskrit on that. I'll have to research. But my friends who use Macintosh, they say Mac has some Sanskrit keyboard support and they're happy with that. They use that. Okay. So it's a different world. I don't know how they are happy with it, but they are happy with it. So
Sir,
once I
I'm using an iPhone. iPhone has got a Sanskrit keyboard.
Yeah, Sanskrit keyboard. So maybe you can give some instructions for those who are Mac and iPhone. iPhone is slightly different from normal Macintosh. So I have to go to downloads. Okay, see downloads, and I will find this zip file. So I have something called 7-zip. So I open with that. I open the archive with 7-zip. Then it shows a folder. If you go down here, you see here is this. Once you extract this, you have to extract somewhere, and then you have to run this. Okay, then this will get installed properly. Okay, and after that you have to point to this file wherever it is and run it. Okay, so
I'll do this much and then let you know.
yeah, it should
Thank
work.
you.
And then I will show you how that will work. Okay,
Yeah,
it will come like as you see this this feather icon. This feather icon is how I have put it as a link on my desktop. So if you see na, so that is what it is. So if I open that, it is already running actually, but I can actually once I open it, let me. Okay, this I have to reduce a bit. See now, I have to move this away. Here I get this icon. Pramukh IME runs on my tray. Okay, just like my speaker and other things, it runs on my tray. So here I can click. Okay, when I click, I get a menu here. I have activated 3 languages. English is default, of course, active. Sanskrit and Kannada. And I have the hotkey F9 assigned. So if I hit F9, if I am in English mode, it switches to Sanskrit. And if I hit F9 again, it switches back to English. So I don't have to go to this at all once I have installed it. I just keep hitting F9 to switch between English and Sanskrit. If I have recently activated Kannada, F9 gets assigned to Kannada. It will switch between Kannada and whatever the previous language that was in active. Okay, like this. We can, but
is
we
it
can manually.
assigned to F9 by default or?
It is F9 by default. Okay. So then I can even get a help here only. Okay. So it shows how to go about all that. Show detailed help. Everything is there here only. Okay. So,
Sir, for Mac, I have sent on the WhatsApp group.
Okay.
There was a useful document. So
Okay.
one can enable it through that.
Very good. Very good. Thank you, sir. Thanks for your help. Huh? So guys, if he has sent a message, so if you have some private queries, you please follow up with him on WhatsApp and he can help you. Okay. And I think he has given all the required help. I have not checked the WhatsApp message. I'm sure he has given all the required guidance. Take help of youngsters in your family. They kind of get to know how to go about doing this. Okay. Let me change back the share. Fix full screen again. Go back to that. Again, come back here so that I can watch you guys having any question. Yeah, everything is in order. Okay. All right. So we were in the next page. So we'll continue our teaching. If E, U, R and L are followed by any vowel except themselves, see, except themselves. Why? If it is themselves, then it is Savarna Dirgha Sandhi. We already have seen those diagonal green ones, right? So themselves have to be excluded. When the second letter is themselves, like E plus E, U plus R plus R, L plus L, then the Sandhi is Savarna Dirgha. They are replaced if it is not that, if it is some other H letter, if it is some other Swara, okay, E with A, E with U, U with A, any combination like that. They are replaced by Y. Actually, they wrote with Akara. I would write it as Y, V, R, L respectively. Okay, not Ya, Val, Ra, La. There shouldn't be an Akara there because E gets replaced by Y, U with V, R with R, and L with L. Okay, this is called Yen Sandhi. Why Yen? Again, it is a technical title. Yen is the Maheshwara Sutra formula for these letters. Yavarala. Huh? Yavara, Yavaral, No, like there is Maheshwara Sutras, I, Un, Rul, Rik, A, Ouch, I, Ow, A, Ouch, I, Oung, something like that. And then like that it comes. Hayavarat. Hayavarat has, starts with Yakara, Yavar, and T is a eth letter, so we should not take that into consideration. And then Lan is the next formula. So Yavar, so Yan is Ya through La. Yavarat, Yavarat, Lund. So all that combining is Yend. So that is the, so we call that a Pratyahara are basically a variable title. Okay. So this Yend variable represents the set Yavarala in the Maheshwara Sutra. So because of that, it is called Yend Sandhi. Okay, so there is a reason for everything in Sanskrit. As long as we can research to find out what, it won't be some John Sandhi or Maheshwara Sandhi or something. It will be some title like that. Okay, Yuvurulu are called Yend Varnaha. Therefore, this combination is called Yend Sandhi. That's what they have explained in short. Observe the following examples. Yadi api E plus a, Yadyapi E is replaced by Y. Actually, again they put Yakara here. This Yakara is okay because Akara happens to be there, but read this as Halanti Yakara. E is replaced by Halanti Yakara. Iti api ityapi, same thing. Patanti atra, E plus a, patantyatra. So many more examples they are giving. Okay. Guru ashtakam, Gurvashtakam. See, Vakara comes in place of Ukara. Gurvashtakam. Patatu amshan, Patatvamshan. So do not confuse this Vamsha as some paternal lineage or something. You should look for the Sandhi. Our brain can mislead us. We have to be very careful. Patat is not a word. So it won't be Patat plus Vamshan. Actually, Patat Asti is there, but then some Sandhi will happen if some other Sandhi will happen. So Patat Vamshan is Patatu plus Amshan, U becoming V, and then Amshan getting added back. Okay. So that's U is replaced by Va. Kavishu Eka. Yes, ma'am.
Sir, I have a doubt. Yeah, in the exam, if they ask you, do we write is replaced by ya?
No. This is just they are showing here. In exam, they will ask you, they will put this Sandhi words. One type of question will be some 5 Sandhis out of some few more, and ask you to atra Sandhi Vibhajanam karotu. Sandhi kaha iti vadatu. Something like that. What is, do the Sandhi Vibhajana and nominate the Sandhi, like that they will ask. Okay. So then, for example,
explanation of Sandhis.
Huh?
They won't ask about the explanation of the Sandhis.
No, you don't have to give whole explanation of the Sandhi. What you have to do is you have to write left side, you will write Patatvamshan, then you write equal to Patatu plus Amshan, then in bracket you write the 2 letters involved. Like this you have to answer. You see this?
Okay.
This is the answer expectation. Okay. This is exactly. And then further you have to name Yan Sandhi like that. Okay.
Name will be asked. Yan Sandhi
name will be asked. So you have to know how to do this, letter show, and then how to name the Sandhi, Yan Sandhi. Okay. Everywhere Yan Sandhi, Yan Sandhi, Yan Sandhi. Yan is also enough. If you say Yan, people will understand, but Yan Sandhi is also okay. So you write like that. And the same thing can be asked in reverse. They may ask like this. Ati plus Uttamam they will ask. Perform the Sandhi, write the Sandhi result and name the Sandhi. Again, you have to know all this. So you have to show this, you have to show this, then you have to show the final word. So your order will be this to the left side, this in the middle, and this to the right side, and then the name after that as the end Sandhi like that. Okay. Something like that. All right. So Kavishu Ekaha, Kavishvekaha. So again Vakara. U becomes a pit. So amongst the Kavis, amongst the poets, one person. That means one amongst the exalted list of Kavis, something like that. Pitruh Avasaha, Pitravasaha. So Rukara has gone into Repamsha here below the Takara. So Pitravasaha. Avasa means a place of stay. Okay. So Pitravasaha is the father's or the parental house. Again, you don't have to take it as father. Parental house, something like that. L plus akritihi, lakritihi. This is completely a technical word. Okay. the shape of lukara. So in grammar, when we say that's when we can say this kind of word. Okay, so l plus akriti, lakriti. So this is actually a technical word of saying the shape of lukara, like the lukara. But since l gets replaced with la, the attack letter itself is the terminal letter of the left half. Very interesting. So the attack letter itself is terminal letter, so it becomes lakriti, like that. So the funny thing is, same way, if r plus akriti we do, because of a technical construction, the shape of rikara, like that. Rakritihi, it will become repamshaya. Rakritihi, it will become. That is the funny thing in Sanskrit. Okay. This we already saw, so I'll move forward. I hope this is clear to you guys. So some few exercises, very easy these are. Okay, because the focus of the exercises like this are less useful than mixed exercises. Okay, these exercises your brain is already shutting out Savarna Dirgha possibility, Guna possibility, Vriddhi possibility. So you know it's fairly, it won't be so easy in the final exam because you won't be given only end sandhi or only Savarna Dirgha sandhi question. Sandhis will be mixed. So at least the luck is, you know, it is not a Vyanjana sandhi or a Visarga sandhi. You will be focused on Swara sandhi. So that is the relief you have. But within that, it may be anything. So you have to carefully think of possibilities. Okay. Don't mind 1 or 2 errors happening here, there. As long as you learned the possibilities, you will do 80-90% correctly. Don't worry. Even today, I keep making mistakes. So no shame in that. That's okay. We keep learning. So let us invite Aruna Varye. Aruna. Aruna is Aruna, you have unmuted now. Yeah.
Yes.
So Prati plus Avadat.
Pratyavadat.
Pratyavadat. So Yakara will generate. Okay. 2 for you. Nadi plus Atra.
Nadyatra.
Don't make it Naditra, something like that. Ikara, even if it is long, it becomes Nadyatra. Even a long E or a short E, both of them will be replaced by Hris. There is no Hrisvanes to Ya. It's a Vyanjana. Yakara, one single Y. So there is the Dirgatva is kind of gone a little bit. A new compound appears. D plus Y. Nadyatra, like this. Okay. D plus Y is written like this font. Okay. A few more, 2 more for you. Yeah, Nanu plus Atra.
Nanutra.
No. Nanutra, no. U plus A.
Nanotra.
No. O is different sandhi. U plus A. Let her think. Other guys, hold on. Patience with her. Let her learn. Yeah.
U plus A. V.
V plus A. How do you pronounce the result?
Navatra.
Nanvatra. Nakara remains, you see. Halanta Nakara remains. So let me do the process for you. Okay. So let me. Okay. I didn't want a color picture. I wanted font. See, nan. So nan. U. Plus. Plus tra. Okay. That is what is the question. Okay. So nanu. So nan plus v. Okay. Replace u with v. Continue with the plus a plus tra. Okay. So now if we combine nanv, it will become plus atra, right? Nanv plus atra. If I continue that, it will become nanvatra.
Nanvatra.
You got the process on the screen, how it's happening? This is very critical. Okay. So this you have to think like this. I use this Adobe Devanagari font, which is the best looking ones. It's also free for private use. So this is the process, guys. Okay, so mentally think like what I did. Okay, so break the U apart, break the A apart so that you can look at it. Then you can even show like this in the exam if you wish. Then replace U with V, then Atra. Then combine the compound here. If there is some complication, nanv will come and then atra. Then bring the swara with the vyanjana, nanvatra. So akara will join the nv. So nanvatra will be the result. Same thing has to be reversed like that. Okay?
Astu Mahodaya.
No problem. That's how you go about it. That's why I'm asking some individuals to come forward, because any individual weakness when it comes out, no, in crowdsource, nobody will learn anything. Somebody will say the right answer. I will also ignore the wrong answers, and I will try to hear what I want to hear. So it's not so useful for you guys. So nanvatra. Now one more for you, Bhagini, Aruna Bhagini. Sadhu plus idam.
Idam. Sadhu is the U plus E. U plus E. Kim bhavati Mahodaya?
See, very simple, Bhagini. Very simple. Don't get tense. E becomes Y. U becomes V. R becomes Repha. And L becomes Lakara. Okay. So L Lakara you can forget because it is not part of the syllabus. So only three things you have to remember. U becomes V. You have to remember because U is there. So V will come out of the place. So how it will read now?
U becomes V. So Sadh plus U plus E. Idam.
Idam remains idam. But E
Idam
influences the sandhi, but it remains as E. So U plus E becomes what?
U plus E. Navagachami Mahodaya, sorry.
Okay, let me just spend a little more time with you. Okay, see here. E plus let us say some A. E plus A will become U plus A. So E plus A will become A, U plus A. U plus some I, U plus I will become V plus I, Y. Okay. R plus let us say Au, will become R plus Au, Rau. Okay. L plus some E will become L plus E or Li. Okay. These are the transformations. So this left letter gets. So we saw U in the example that we were attacking. Okay. The fourth example, we are looking at Sadhu plus Idam, U plus E. So U has to be replaced with V, right? Vakara. Again, same thing as number 3.
Sadvidam.
Now you are getting it. Sadvidam. Sadvidam. So Sadhu, E comes as the last Ach and then Idam. So we get this compound. Okay. All right. Is it clear to you now what is the process?
Yes, I have to practice though.
Practice this. Yeah, very good. Actually, I'm good. I picked you up because if I pick someone who knows how to do this, the others won't learn. So please, those who who are not feeling strong about this, those who know, don't worry about raising your hands. You guys will do it right. Those who feel little unsure what is happening, I want them to come forward. So thank you, Bhagini. You take rest.
Sir, here,
here
E plus U. Sadhu, it is U plus E. U plus E becomes U. It's not correct.
No. See, Bhagini, the left side letter is the one becoming the end, not the right side letter. Okay. The left side letter, what it is, determines the end akshara. So U becomes V. You see, go back here. Okay. See here, see this picture. E becomes Y, U becomes V, R becomes Repha, and L becomes Lakara. Okay. So N akshara, when we N, it is Ya, Va, Ra, La, or Y, V, R, L. I should not say with akara. So Y, V, R, L is N. Okay. The attack letter or the last letter of the first part, E, U, R, and L respectively produces E, Y, V, R, and L. Okay. Is it clear? Right side, whatever is the old Ach letter, A, I, O, E, U, R, whatever it is, except itself. So E plus E won't generate Yakara. E plus E will generate Dirgha E. U plus U will generate Dirgha U. R plus R will generate dirgha R. L plus whatever R or L will generate R only, dirgha R only. If you remember this table, you see these diagonals, all these 4 places, dirgha R only is there. So both for R and L combination with themselves, only output is dirgha R. L also disappears into R dirgha. Okay, that is, we don't have to worry about the 4 set because this row and this L column is deleted in our syllabus. So only this R remains for us, this dirgha R. So A plus A is A, or A plus A is also A. E plus E is also E. U plus U or U plus U, any combination is U. R plus R or R plus R, all are R, like that. Okay, so that is that apart. Okay, that means E plus E cannot come under end sandhi. E plus A can come under end sandhi. E plus U can come under end sandhi. E plus R, etc., etc. The balance row of E can come under end sandhi. The row of U, except itself, U itself, the rest of the blue ones can come under end sandhi, but with vakara. R row with any letter except itself and L, two exceptions, will come under end sandhi, but its generation will be repha or rakara. Then L also participates as a attack letter, and its result will be L, except for itself and with R, it will go into savarna dirgha, producing dirgha R. So except these 2 columns, the rest of the places it is end sandhi. That's why end sandhi is little less than the full block. These diagonals are deleted from end sandhi. Okay, is it clear to you?
Okay.
I hope.
I need to practice a lot.
Okay. So Nadyatra Nanvatra Sadvidam. Shrikant Varya, you have put your hand up. If you want to participate in few sandhis, please go ahead. Shrikant? Okay. He's busy, I think. Somebody is called Dot Guest. Dot Guest. I don't know his name, her name. Her name is Dot, so I don't know how I will call her. That's why you should give it yourself a good name when you log in, guys.
Bindu, Guruji.
No,
Bindu,
the dot.
Dot is Bindu. Dot should be Bindu.
Very funny. No. I don't see. They won't know what is their name because I don't know how they will figure it out. So, and though they are raising the hand, I cannot.
That was a very good joke, sir. Dot Bindu.
Okay. Let us call Sheila, who has risen her hand. Sheila?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yourself. Okay, please try the next few quickly, madam.
I have to do from
Pitru plus Amshaha.
So, Pitru plus Amshaha. Pitruvanshaha. Pitruvanshaha.
No vakara. See, this R below the takara is the swara R. Swara R. R will generate what in end sandhi? Repha it will generate. Okay.
So, okay.
Below the takara, you have to put a stroke for the repha. Okay.
Okay.
Pitramshaha. Pitramshaha is the result. It will look like this. Okay, I have shown it here. Okay, so it will become pit and r is replaced by repha, then that is pitramshaha. Okay. Next one for you.
Pratru avanam. So it will be pratru vanam.
No. R will disappear. See, repa will come. So t repa a. T repa a. How will it sound?
T repa a. So bratrvanam.
Bratra. So it will sound like tra. T repa a will sound like tra. Okay. Bratrahvanam. Okay. Bratrahvanam. Ahvana, Bratrahvanam. So like this. Brat plus Repa plus A. So Bratrahvanam, like that.
Okay. Bratrahvanam.
You can call it Avhanam is difficult to pronounce. So for this, though the va baby is inside the hakara, sometimes we attack with the baby when ha is there. But ha and va we attack with ha first. Ahvana. h, v. So ahvana. So bratrahvanam. So brother's invitation.
So the meaning is Bratravanam. The brother was called. Brother called.
We don't know what the some context is, so we can guess it in many ways. But one meaning that can be taken is brotherly invitation or brother's invitation, something like that. Okay. Whether it is brotherly invitation, brother's invitation, invitation for the brother, we don't know the exact context. If we see the whole sentence, we can tell more accurately. Okay.
And the meaning of Pitramshaha will be
father's paternal or patriarchal lineage, Amsha being the DNA element that comes into us. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Then, okay.
Yeah. Next one for you. Janani Avadat.
Avadat. Jananya Vadat.
Very good. You got it instantly. Jananya Vadat. Yakara. Next one.
Okay. Iti Acharanti. Ityacharanti.
This is also Yakara. Ityacharat. Oh, I made a mistake here. Spelling error. Ityacharanti. Okay. Number 9 for you.
Okay. Khalu etat. Khalvetat.
Very good. Vakara generates out of Ukara. Instantly map it. Okay. Khalvetat. So Vakara. Vetat. Khalvetat. Api plus Avadat.
Apyavadat.
Again, Yakara comes back to E to Ya. So Apyavadat. So hopefully, guys, the rest of you, with the help of the students, you got where we can go wrong and how to correct ourselves and come to the line. Remember, though, today the complexity is less in this table because everything is Yand Sandhi and we are only struggling between E, U, R and L. Okay, L is not even there in the exam. Only E, U, R only we are seeing. See, E, U, R, E, U. That's all we are attacking. And similarly here, E, U, R, E, E. So the set is minimum for us, but we guys need to say, hey, can it be Savarna Dirgha? That's where this picture comes into mind. Okay. You keep I sent one PDF for all the sandhis. You can print that out and keep it. If you have a color printer, better. Okay. If you look once, it will hint you what is to be done. E, A, Y, U, E, V, R, U, R, like that. Any combination. R, A, R, A. So the only thing you have to remember is for Yand Sandhi and Yanta Vanta Desha, only the left side, the left side letter is replaced. For the first row, everything is replaced, both left and right. So A plus E is A. A also disappears, E also disappears, A comes into place. First row and the diagonal, the result is replacing both left and right. But for the blue and this yellow, light yellow, only the left side letter, the column letter, which is the last letter of the first part, that only is replaced with this. Okay, that is the only thing you have to remember. I will see if I can annotate that variation also into this picture and share again. Okay, I'll see if I can remember that. Okay, so we have spent a lot of time on Sandhi, so let's move forward. Split is a little bit easier, so let me take help of someone. Seema Nair has her hand up. Seema Nair. Mahodaya, just try a few of these, ma'am.
The first one is ityasti. Atra iti adhikam asti. Melanena ityasti bhavati.
Bahu samyak. Yand sandhi iti plus asti. Iti adhikam asti melanena ityasti iti bhavati. Dvitiyam.
Dukkeshvanudvegah. Atra dukkeshu adhikam anudvegah. तयोः मेलनेन दुःखेष्वनुद्वेगः भवति.
बहु सम्यक्, अतीव सम्यक्. दुःखेषु अनुद्वेगः, दुःखेष्वनुद्वेगः. उकारस्य वकारेण परिवर्तनं भवति यण् सन्धिना. तृतीयम्.
गुरुवत्रः. गुरुवत्र. अत्र गुरु अधिकम् अत्र शब्दयोः मेलनेन गुरुवत्र इति भवति.
सम्यक्. गुरु प्लस अत्र गुरुवत्र. चतुर्थम्.
इत्यस्मि. इत्यस्मि. अत्र इति अधिकम् अस्मि मेलनेन इत्यस्मि इति पदं भवति.
सम्यक्, धन्यवादः भगिनी, बहु सम्यक् कृतं भवता। एवमेव संस्कृतेन एव यदि वक्तुं प्रयत्नं करोति तर्हि भाषाभ्यासः अपि भवति, बहु सम्यक् भवति। अस्तु, इदानीं धन्यवादः महोदय। शीलावर्ये, भवत्याः हस्तमपि भवती यत् यत् इदानीं न कृतं तेषां प्रयत्नं करोतु। इत्यस्मि पर्यन्तम् अवगत इदानीम् अग्रे।
ओके, नदीष्वत्र, नदीषु अत्र।
सम्यक्, नदीषु अत्र।
पठन् पठन्त्यपि, पठन्ति अपि।
दीर्घ वा ह्रस्व वा पठन्ति इत्यत्र?
पठन्ति 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 अपि, सो इट विल बी स्मॉल ह्रस्व।
अत्र बहु सम्यक्, भवता सम्यक् उक्तं। द्वयोरपि सक्षम उत्तराणि एव। पठन्ति इति क्रियापदस्य बहुवचनरूपम् अस्ति लट्लकारे, तदपि सम्यक्। पठन्ति इति शत्रुशाणच रूपमस्ति। पठन्ति, पठन्, पठन्ति. If you remember the dhatu 13 sets of forms of dhatu we learnt in various tables, there if you went to pat dhatu in the book wherever it is, you will see pathan means some fellow who is reading as he is reading, that shatru type. Okay, and patanti is the strilinga version of that. Okay, so in a sentence, if shatru is required and patanti happens to reside next to api also, then also the same sandhi will ensue. That is why when we reverse the sandhi, sometimes 2-3 answers are possible, because 2-3 different sources can generate the same sandhi result. Okay, so you either answer will be correct. If the guru knows correctly, he will evaluate, but go for the most popular answer so that you are allowing for guru not to know the other one. Okay. So patanti hrisva is a better answer which you gave. Okay, so patanti plus api. But I would, if I know patanti is also an accurate word, there is nothing incorrect in the dirgha except it is a shatru pratyaya form. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Manvantaram. Manu antaram.
Manu plus antaram. Correct. So the antaram is the period basically. So manu antaram. So this is the period of one manu. Like Manu we say no is the leader of a large period of time in the yuga. Yes. So 13 manus in a particular yuga, etc., etc. concepts are there in our history. So manvantaram, manu antaram. Well done. Thank you, Bhagini. You have tried well.
Thank you. Dhanyavad.
I'll lower her hand, otherwise he'll keep calling you again. Yeah, Geeta Hegde.
Yes, sir.
Few remain for you to try out. Number 7, 8 onwards. Yeah.
Pitricha. Pitra plus icha.
Correct.
Pitricha.
Pitru plus icha. Parental desire. Parental desire, you can call it. Okay. Next one.
Putreshvaham. Putra plus Eshvaham.
No. Putra plus Eshvaham. If Eshvaham was a word, that is okay. And first of all, that there is no sandhi karya there. It's only samhita. Putra. No, there is no Eshvaham.
Putra plus Ishvaham.
Ishvaham is also not there as a word. If it were there, then Putreshvaham is a guna sandhi. That's not incorrect. Okay. If Ishvaham is there, then Putreshvaham is a correct guna sandhi karya. But that is not, there is no Ishvaham.
Yeah. Putra plus no clue, sir.
Okay. See, aham, you know, is there, right? A word called aham is there, right? So attack that saying is, can something be combined with aham here in this word? That's how we go about. Okay. So aham is there. So Shvaham, Ishvaham, Eshvaham, such words are not there. My brain tells me some things are like that may not be there. Aham is there. So let me see if aham I have a separate, then putreshv will remain. So putreshv can generate from a end sandhi. Putreshu aham, vakara generating out of the ukara. Okay. So putreshu aham.
Aham. Putreshu
is a word. Putreshu is what?
Putreshu Saptami.
Very good. Saptami Bahuvachana of Putra. Correct? So amongst many sons, I. So maybe Bhima or Arjuna or some Pandava can tell this. So amongst the sons, I, or Duryodhana can also say, Shataputreshu aham agrajaha. Duryodhana says like that. Putreshu aham agrajaha. Duryodhana says like that. Okay? Got the idea?
Yeah.
Last one.
Pratyuvacha. Prati plus uvacha.
Perfect.
Pratyuvacha.
Perfect. So prati plus uvacha ends on the pratyuvacha. E generates yakara. So guys, so that's it. We will take a break now. 11:55. My bell has also rung. So 12 o'clock sharp after water break, we are going to gather. Okay, 12 o'clock or so we'll gather 4 or 5 minutes or so. Thank you. Okay. Welcome back after the break. So next is the Sangrahya Vishayaha. So let us go through those. This is a matter of memorizing. Some of them are easy, some of them take some efforts. And usually something new we learn. So I like this section very much. Shat Karmani, 6 karmas or duties, you can call it. Okay. Adhyayanam, studying. Adhyapanam, teaching. Okay. Of course, in the original sense, this relates to the Vedas and Upavedas and all the everything, all the Shastras, Vedas, everything comes under that really. Okay. So Adhyayanam, Adhyapanam, Yajanam, Yajanam, performing a yajna and aiding the performance of yajnas. Okay. So this is Jnana Yajna and this is Karma Yajna, we call it. Okay. So carrying out those rituals, fire rituals. Okay. Both in aiding and in actually performing, if you are the proper adhikari, both are important. Okay. Then Dhanam, which is maintaining the social kindness, because we found there are 4 ashramas, right? Brahmacharya ashrama, Grihastha ashrama, Vanaprastha ashrama and Sannyasi ashrama. Grihasthi is the one who has to support the other 3. Okay. So the other 3 have to be supported by Grihasthi, because only Grihasthi's duty it is to go after Artha for living and for aiding the society. So Dhanam is his big responsibility. Okay. Then Pratigraha. Okay. This one is a deep term. It should not be taken as begging. If you take in a literal translation, it means begging. No, this is actually more like not keeping maintaining things for yourself, but just depending on the dana to proceed, so that you focus on studies and other things. Okay. A sannyasi, if he starts cooking and worries about maintaining bags of rice for his cooking, his whole purpose of being a sannyasi is defeated. So he has to follow pratigraha. Okay. He has to live with the dana karya of those. So hopefully, if the whole society works correctly, all 4 ashramas have to work accurately for the society to stand properly. And today, with everything being defined by money, you know how capital system actually defeats this entire thing. It's totally anti this particular thing. Anyway. Unfortunately, once people become greedy, capital system is the only way to survive. So that's what we are having ashraya of. We can kind of do some dana, but nowadays it's more reluctantly. Okay, so very nice. Adhyayanam, Adhyapanam. So obviously this one is Brahmachari and that one is actually even Grihasthi is supposed to do Adhyayanam, even Vanaprasthi is supposed to do, everybody. But Brahmachari's sole duty is Adhyayanam and Guru Varya's sole duty is Adhyapanam. Okay. And Yajanam is the duty of the designated people for yaga, those who are Rigvedi, Yajurvedi, those guys, and also the kings who will perform this, the Yajamanas. Then Danakarya of every Grihasthi and Pratigraha for Vanaprasthi and Sannyasis, and even for Gurus and Shishyas. Okay, they depend on Pratigraha. Beautiful definition. I like this. How much is there behind each word has to be appreciated. Anyway, Shat Karmani, these are Shat Yoga Karmani. Okay, so Dhauti, Basti, Neti, Nailiki, Trataka, Kapalabhati. Some of these are really very good. I have benefited personally also. Trataka is a focus of the eyes, exercise for the eye. In the darkness, they do with a small oil lamp. Certain exercises are conducted. Focus exercises, movement exercises. Beautiful it is. Okay. Definitely it helps. Then Nailiki is a certain type of oil process for the navel, some process for the navel. Neti is for the nose. Again, very beneficial. There are some easy ones. There are some tough ones. The easy ones we can try. The easy one is, using the neti pot and passing water through one nostril and rejecting it through the other while breathing through the mouth heavily. You should breathe through the mouth heavily, otherwise it will enter the throat and it will be in trouble. So neti, very useful. There is also, that's Jalaneti, correct? There is Jalaneti. There are other types of netis that are really true yogis only can do. Then Basti, is a stomach intestine level exercise. Okay, dhauti is a stomach clearance, so involves taking salt water in the early morning in an empty stomach, and then throwing out the water from the stomach through vomiting it out. All that kriya is dhauti. And basti is intestinal cleanse. Okay. So both physical and consumption based cleanses are there. These are all really good. Kapalabhati is the kind of a pranayama where you use sound, okay, and it will resonate in the skull chamber. Okay, the way you do the nasal om, it resonates in the chamber of the skull and helps to excite the brain matter. Okay, again, well proven, scientifically proven, and very important part of pranayama. So things to remember: Dhauti, Basti, Neti, Nailiki, Trataka, Kapalabhati. At least 3-4 of them I have practiced and benefited. Nothing to be laughed at. Shad Darshanani. Okay, these are the darshanas are the second level shastras. See, we call Shruti all the Vedas as heard from the divine voice by rishis and told to us. But darshanas, the rishis themselves, some of the great rishis themselves inferred certain things. They saw certain things with their own mental process. That is called darshana. So Sankhya darshana, Yoga darshana, Nyaya darshana, Vaisheshika darshana, Purva Mimamsa darshana. You can call it just Purva Mimamsa also, and Uttara Mimamsa. This Uttara Mimamsa is also called Brahma Sutram. It reties for Vedantins. Okay, one of the important granthas of Vedanta. And also, of course, they include Bhagavad Gita and all the Upanishads also under that category. Purva Mimamsa is a shastra that analyzes how Vedic verses have to be interpreted in Yagna. Yajanam, Yajanam Karya. Yajanam, when you have to do, Purva Mimamsa Shastri is the one who helps to identify. And all that work has kind of happened. Different types of yagas, how they have to be conducted is all coded in granthas. Then Vaisheshika and Nyaya, they are a couple. They both are, you can say, laws of proving things and reality, etc. For example, how Srishti, what are the different utpattis from the time of Srishti, how one leads to the other, how they combine to form Deha, all those aspects. And then both of them also talk about how we have to argue, how you have to put forth your shastric findings and how to code them in a sequential way, what kind of proofs you have to use. Pratyaksha proof, Anumana proof, Shabda proof, like that they go. Okay, very well scientifically coded Shastra, Nyaya and Vaisheshika. Neither of them, though we see Nyaya, don't confuse it with law. Normal law, as we know, there's lawyer, court, that is different. That is Manusmriti related. Manusmriti deals with that law. Okay, life law. This one is more about Shastric methods. Okay, both are a pair. Then Yoga and Sankhya are again a pair. Sankhya, we call it as Anishvara Yoga. Okay, it defines pretty much the concepts of yoga. How the mental state and how we have to do dhyana, focus, and what are the various things, all those things. It even talks of even Srishti, all those things, but we call it Anishvara. It doesn't actually give importance to the element called Supreme. It does refer to it. In many places it refers to it, but it tries to define everything as an evolute. It's almost like an evolution type of theory. Okay, yoga is Saishvara Sankhya. We call it as Saishvara Sankhya. Yoga is very close to the Sankhya philosophy, except it includes the Ishvara element in it. Okay, so Seshvara Sankhya is yoga and Anishvara yoga is Sankhya. You can reverse that way. They are very close coupled. So Sankhya Yoga is one pair, Nyaya Vaisheshika is one closely coupled Darshana pair, Purva Mimamsa, Uttara Mimamsa is another pair. Purva Mimamsa is focused on Karma Yoga, about Yajna. Uttara Mimamsa is focused about Jnana Yoga or Adhyayana and Adhyapana. Okay, Vedanta. So all are philosophical schools that emerged, and it's not like individual, they are all They are all related, dependent. For example, Vedantins very much accept yoga. Vedanta is based on Sankhya principles and with Ishvara on top of it and other concepts from there upon. So nothing is opposite of the other. They grow on top of the other. Sometimes they refute some of the points of the other. Some of the points of the other is refuted, but it is not totally refuted. They are all related in a deep sense. So for example, Vedantins don't reject Purva Mimamsa. There is a wrong belief that Uttar Mimamsa. No, they grow on top of it, saying yes, karma is important, yajna yaga is important, but also philosophical further jnana into Vedanta is also important. So please conduct both, they say. So they grow on top of the other. So this today the most latest is in the Vedanta, because it kind of grows on top of the balance and grows a little bit more than that. So most of us are in that segment now, but doesn't mean we are not in those, because even Vedanta Shastra is argued in Nyaya and Vaisheshika terms. It uses concepts of yoga and Sankhya. It accepts Purva Mimamsa concept and says, yes, you have to do your daily karmas. You cannot forget Sandhya Vandanam and go do only some Vedanta studies only, like that. Both are to be done. So these are Shat Darshanas. Then Shat Durgani, this is about, now we come to Kautilya Prapancha. Okay, we come to how to rule a country. Okay, so here these are the barriers and forts for a kingdom. Okay, Dhanva Durgam, Mahi Durgam, Giri Durgam, Manushya Durgam, Mrud Durgam, Vana Durgam. So the kingdom is protected by these barriers, it is told. Okay, so Dhanu is actually, of course, your instruments of war. Okay, so they form an important barrier. Mahi Durgam, your mountains form an important barrier. We can't believe today how Mahi Giri, they are one is desert and one is mountain. Both play such an important role for protecting India for ages, right? They have played an important role because of the narrow access lanes. Otherwise, we haven't been totally wiped out. Otherwise, we would have been something else today. Anyway, Manushya Durgam is your soldiers. Okay, Mrud Durgam is your war animals, horses and elephants and others. And Vana Durgam is your forest barrier. Okay, so they tell you that where you need to protect, you have to create a dense forest so that movement is restricted and you can observe what is happening. So all these are, you can say, come under how to rule a place and protect it from attacks. Shad Rasaha, this we know. Katuhu, Amlaha, Maduraha, Lavanaha, Tiktaha, Kashayaha. I think we have seen it earlier also. Hot, sour, sweet, salty, bitter, astringent. Shad Ripavaha, 6 Shatrus. Ripu, Ari, Shatru, these are all Paryaya Padas. Okay. Ripu is also Ari or Shatru. Shad Shatruhu, these are all our internal Shatrus. These are all our internal Shatrus. Beautiful. Kamaha, Krodaha, Lobaha, Mohaha, Madaha, Matsaryam. Lust, anger, covetousness, covetousness. Okay, whatever. Okay, lobha. We know it better as lobha. Okay, seeking things beyond requirement. Okay, moha is bad desire. Okay, we get enamored by desire and forget to be logical. That is moha avastha. Then mada is, oh, I am the strongest. That drunken false confidence. Mada. Matsarya is pure envy. Okay, so you can slowly, if you think, you put your mind to it, each is an independent enemy. Very, very nicely nominated and explained. Kama, Krodha, one leads to the other, by the way. They are all related also. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. Okay. Tradition. Actually, it is... there are so many wonderful elders in this group. I'm sure any of you will give a lot better explanation to all this than me, but only because I'm sitting here, I'm explaining, not because I know much.
One samasya. Gata Saptahe, we had studied that Panchakosha, which was at Annamaya and all. That was written as the small sh, like Shahamrug wala sh. And Yastana Pate, that Ragoho Katha, his kosher became empty and all. So once they have written it as small sh, kosher bhavati, and the last sentence they have written it as kosha again, that is written as that other sh. So do they have different meaning? like in the last part we had.
I'm just going back just to quickly.
Because last that
see here I see here kosha is shankasha. Okay, where you saw dirghasha,
last paragraph somewhere. Last paragraph. Last second last line.
Second last line.
Koshe suvarna vrishtihi abhavat.
Koshe. I think one of them only is correct, because there is no reason for this shakara to become. Sometimes due to some neighbor reason, sometimes we may get the other shakara, but I think this should have been alpa shakara, only the shankara shakara only. Alpa shakara is not the correct one to say. Shankara shakara only. Okay.
So that pancha kosha, because you said those are the layers, so that would be
all of them mean the same kosha. Kosha meaning the container, right? Kosha simply means the container. So this we will let us investigate. Both of us we can find out and
sir.
It's correct to you, sir. Both are maybe valid. Sometimes both forms will be valid also. Cannot reject it. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Dhanyavad.
Good observation. Okay. So the last portion of this lesson. This is the recital for Tulasi. So let me read it for you. Yanmule sarvatirthani yanmadhye sarvadevataah yadagre sarvavedascha tulasi tvam namamyaham. So this is a prayer to Tulasi. Okay, and you know, guys, don't need to be educated on how important Tulasi is for us. So Tulasi here is in Hrisva. So let us focus on that. Why it is in Hrisva? Because Tulasi seems to be the correct form. Here it is in Sambodhana. So He Tulasi. He Tulasi. I should not make it Dirgha again. He Tulasi. Hey, you goddess Tulasi. Okay. Tvam namami aham. You I bow down to. Okay. Namami aham. Aham namami tvam. Tvam. Okay. You. Okay, this is in Strilinga, so tvam. Okay, so actually Strilinga, tvam, tvam, yuvam, yuyam, tvam is in a different vibhakti only, I think. Okay, so I have to run that shabda, yushmat shabda, then we will know. Tvam, yuvam.
Accusative sense singular. Accusative vibhakti. Dvitiya vibhakti singular.
But that is tvam. See, tvam, yuvam, yuyam. Tvam is dvitiya ekavachana. You're right. Tvam's dvitiya ekavachana is tvam. Correct. So it's simply dvitiya ekavachana. There is no strilinga pullinga because yushmat shabda is trilinga ka. Okay. So I withdraw my observation about tvam being strilinga. No, tvam is simply you in karma position. Very correct. Okay. So yushmat shabda we forget. We have, because we use it so less. We have to keep mugging it up again and again. Namami aham. So tvam is eka prathama vibhakti, tvam is dvitiya vibhakti. Tulasi tvam namami aham. I bow down to you. So now these are all the gunagana of Tulasi. Yan mule sarva tirthani. Yasya mule yan mule. Okay. In yasyaha in this case, because Tulasi is Strilinga, so yasyaha mule, yan mule, samasta pada that is. So that yat is the pratipadika. I have broken it down here. I have to show it with hyphen actually. I cannot show it separately. Like yat mule, yat is the pratipadika and the vigraha vakya is yasyaha mule. Yasyaha mule, yat mule, yan mule. In Sandhi it becomes yan mule. Okay. So that is the whole construction of that. So yan mule, in whose roots sarva tirthani, all the punya tirthas are existing. Okay, again it's a colorful quality description of Tulasi. That's all. Okay. Yan madhye sarva devataha, in whose middle all the devatas reside. Reside is inferred by us. Okay. Yan yad agre sarva devascha. Sarva vedascha. Again, why devas come? Sarva vedascha, in whose tips, that means all those tips, okay, or in her leaves, you can say, all the Vedas are there. So her leaves are considered like Veda Grantha Patras. Okay, like that. Okay. So this is Kavi's imagination. He's imagining, because roots are where the water source is present for the plant. He's imagining all the punya tirthas are there in your roots, and your body is full of the devata element, and your tips are your leaves, and the fruit flower tips, they are with Vedas. Okay, so it's a colorful attribute to Tulasi. That's all. To such a Tulasi is to be understood. To such a Tulasi, I do namana, and directly addressing now, you I bow down to. Hey Tulasi. You who have in your roots such and such tirthas, in your body such and such devatas, in your leaves such and such Vedas, to you I bow down. So that's what this English is. Okay. So here you see I have little bit broken it using the Vigraha Vakya. Yasyaha mule sakala tirthani bhavanti, yasyaha madhye sakala devataha santi, yasyaha agre sakala vedaha nivasanti cha, tadrishim tvam tulasim aham namami, or he tulasi aham tvam namami. Okay, so beautiful. I love this verse. With that, we come to the last segment of lesson 5. It has dragged on for long, but it's good to learn well. So let's not worry. Time is with us. That's why I'm adding extra classes. Change the following active expressions into passive. Let us go to the list below. I have never paid attention to the guys, all the way with the letters coming in the V, S, etc. So let me call upon Virendra Varya. Virendra. Virendra Varya, are you able to unmute? Virendra Atithi. Ha. Balakaha shlokam patanti. This is in active voice. Okay. Balakaha shlokam patanti. Can you try out how it will sound in passive voice? Try it out.
Balakaha shlokam patyate.
Patyate is ekavachana. Shlokam patyate is correct. Okay, because shlokam is ekavachana, patyate. But balakaha will become what?
Patyat.
It is in balakaha is in pratama vibhakti, in kartari. In karmani it has to go to
balakena.
Partially correct, incorrect. Murthy Varya, just stand by. Let Virendra try out. Balakaha is in pratama vibhakti. Tritiya vibhakti, no? Virendra Varya.
Balakau.
No. Tritiya vibhakti. It has to go. So balakaha, balakau, balakaha is pratama vibhakti. Balakam, balakau, balakan is dvitiya vibhakti. Balakena, balakabhyam, balakaihi is tritiya vibhakti. In those three, which one we will pick up?
Balakaihi.
Balakaihi shlokam patyate.
Okay.
Shlokaha. Okay. Shloka is pullinga. I also thought napumsaka. Shloka is pullinga. Shlokaha patyate. Okay. Shlokam is in karma position. If it were napumsaka, it would have been shlokam only in prathama, but it is pullinga, so shlokaha. Shlokaha, shlokau, shlokaha, shlokam, like that it goes. Okay. Balakaihi shlokaha patyate.
Balakaihi shlokaha patyate.
Okay. Now, regarding linga, how to know the linga when you don't know? How do I look this up? There are so many nouns, right? What I do is, though it is not the most reliable, let me change the share. Just stand by also, Virendra. Just let me share again the whole screen. Yeah. So here I have the browser, and what I do, I go to Sanskrit from home, Sanskrit, not Sanskrit from home, sorry. Let me, so Sanskrit, spokensanskrit.org. Okay, spokensanskrit.org, though it is not the most reliable, but it gives me in a certain form that is helpful. So I go here, and if I am very deeply interested, I can cross check other places, but spokensanskrit.org, then I type. Okay, for example, shloka. Okay, you can type in English also here, shloka, like that. It does the Sanskrit transliteration and suggests to me what you want to pick. Okay, so I pick shloka. Okay, shloka. It shows the pratipadika and says yam here. Are you guys seeing this? I will increase the zoom. Okay, so it shows shloka and says yam here. Okay, this is the most important information for us. Okay, so shloka, yam means masculine, akaranta pullinga. So shlokaha is the form. In fact, it shows many other possible meanings, but most important meaning usually comes in the first few verse. Okay, shloka. So I know, oh, masculine, it should not be shlokam, it should be shloka, like that. So everywhere, see, all other meanings are also carrying the masculine sense only. Okay. See here in this example sentence that throws up in the second option, Mahilaha Shlokam Agayan. It's an example. Some student has quoted an example here. Shlokam is in Dvitiya Vibhakti here. So don't confuse that as the Prathama form. Shlokam Agayan is the Lang Lakara. So many ladies, a shloka they sang like that. Okay. Okay. This is how
Guruji.
Guruji,
in the spoken Sanskrit dictionary, only ka words don't throw up properly, Guruji. Words starting with ka. Kashaya. Ke. To do ka, it will throw up. Oh yeah. See, it shows. No, in mind when I try on the phone, Android phone, it doesn't.
No, yeah, I know there might sometimes apps are limited. And for these browsers, there is something called mobile mode and desktop mode. If your mobile is big enough, you can switch to desktop mode. You go to the menu. It's all little complex. Search on a computer, you will get the correct possibilities. Okay.
Only ka words I never get on
No,
this.
it comes. For
Otherwise,
example, if you want Mahaprana Ka, you have to put KH. Okay. Ka. It's not very good. So I go to Sanskrit keyboard. For example, Khadgaha, if I have to say. So I get it, see, Khadga, like that. Okay. So I know Khadga, if I click there, I can come down, see, masculine, Khadga, masculine. So Khadgaha, it won't be Khadgam in Prathama Vibhakti, Khadgaha in Prathama Vibhakti, right? Like that I know.
Okay. Okay.
See, but here you see, if Khadga is with iron, somebody has coded it as new. So why it is not reliable is, you see, they have put neutral gender here, N. So I am not too sure that as iron it takes neutral gender form. I'm not too sure.
Okay.
So, but I depend, I look at the dominant and believe, okay, we do crowdsource, dominant version must be the correct one, like that.
Oh, yes. Good. Dhanyawad, Guruji.
There are few other koshas. For example, this kosha, 1 minute. Kosha, that's kosha.sanskrit.today is a effort of somebody which consolidates many koshas. Okay, kosha.sanskrit.today. Unfortunately, they use the English spelling of Sanskrit, sanskrit.today. So here also you can do, for example, khadga, like that. Here also you can, okay, searching now. So I can hit the search to, it's not very fast, but it is very comprehensive. Okay, it gives you, see, almost with different sources from Apte dictionary, from Kalpadruma. This one is very comprehensive. For you do research level, this is good, not for student level. But so I can click, for example, that one. It's a little slow, but it now goes to Apte dictionary and shows up everything Apte has written about Khadga. Okay. Apte wrote one of the good dictionaries for Sanskrit to English, so that one. Okay, he's a Maharashtrian who did phenomenal work in the early 19th century. They're all Mahapurushas. They have helped to retain Sanskritam for us. See, this Kalpadruma is another Sanskrit dictionary, very ancient. But somebody has coded it all into, modern text, and they have put it all up. See how much the dictionary guy has to say in the ancient times. Shabda Kalpadruma, this is called. Khadgaha, how many examples he has quoted from various Shastra sentences that contain that. See, Iti Kullu Bhattaha, somebody's, my God, this will take another scientist to read. That much work is there in one word. I mean, believe me, the world of Sanskritam is infinite. That's the closest word that can come to.
Guruji, didn't it have that scoring line on top before, Guruji?
What scoring line?
That when you write any alphabet in Sanskrit, you write a line on top, right? A line and then the alphabet.
Lipi. That is a lipi. That is a lipi.
That was not there in earlier. When you now scroll down, I saw some.
No, everything has line. Everything has.
Oh, it's taking time to populate. Okay, Guruji.
Yeah. Everything has. Anyway, Devanagiri Lipi has that bar. That's why it's a beautiful script. Okay. Now the same script, Devanagari script, has been adopted into Gujarati, for example. Gujaratis prefer not to have the line. They still write it beautifully, but the Gujarati script does simply misses out the writing the line. Otherwise, it looks very close to Devanagari. There's some subtle variations are there. The curls are subtly different, etc. Similarly, Maharashtrians also take Devanagari and slightly, they make their own little Maharashtrian style of font, but it is finally Devanagari only. Okay, Devanagari only.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. But Maharashtrians do use the bar. Okay. Yeah. Unlike Gujaratis who don't use the bar. Okay. If you see, for example, Bengali, they also
No
don't
bar.
use a bar. Yeah. But it is a close cousin of Devanagari. It is a different font. They call it their own beautiful
Very
name.
beautiful, actually. Bengali looks very
right. So South languages, they don't use bars, but they also have same collinearity left to right. Okay. They are also on simply cursive without bars. Okay, like that.
Dhanyawad.
Okay. Welcome. So let me stop this share. Yeah, I have to go back to parking this and sharing. 1 second, I have to expand this to full screen. Pick this up. Sorry, I'm mouthing everything. Otherwise, I will miss doing some step. Okay, I have to park back. Okay. In that discussion only we lost all the time. But that's good. It's all useful because more than me teaching some things, I have to show how you can learn online. That is more important. So, Rajakaha Vastrani Kshalayanti. Virendra Varya, this also you try.
Rajakaha Vastrani Kshalayanti. So, Vastrani Kshalayante. Rajka.
Kshalyante. Layanti becomes liant. Kshalyante.
Kshalayante.
Kshalyante. Lakara joins Kshalyante. But Rajakaha. Kshalyante.
Rajkai.
Rajakaihi Vastrani Kshalyante. Here Vastrani is karma also Vastrani. Kartru also, Pratama Vibhakti also, it's Dvidya Vibhakti also same because Napumsakalinga Vastram, Vastre, Vastrani, Vastram, Vastre, Vastrani. So Vastrani remains Vastrani in Karmani also. Vastrani Kshalyante. Rajakaihi Vastrani Kshalyante. So Rajakaihi Vastrani Kshalyante. Thank you, Virendra Varya. Good effort.
La becomes half here.
That's what. That Aya goes out and Yakara comes from the Nichya. This Yakara is from the Karmani Yakara. That Aya is from the Vikarana Pratyaya of the Dhatu. This is what, when we saw the Kshal Dhatu, we observed this in the last class or something. We talked about this. Yeah. Good. Thanks for your assistance. Let me call upon Tarulata Sonkar Mahodaya. Tarulata. Can you unmute? Tarulata Sonkar. Don't be. Thank you. Try the next couple, madam.
Vrishabha Margi Atanti. Vrishabhaya.
Rishabhaihi.
Rishabhai Marge Atayati.
Marge will remain Marge. Very good. Atanti becomes?
Atayati. Atayati.
Atyate. Atyate. Hrisva. Okay. Atyate. Hrisva in the sense there is no akara there. Vrishabhaihi Marge.
Marge Atayati.
Atyate. And here, important thing to notice. I will open up the answer, then we will discuss it a little bit. Okay. See, Marge is not in any vibhakti that influences the Karmani Kartari. Marge is a Saptami Prayoga. It is so happens. So, Vrishabhaha Marge Atanti, what it means. So, first you try to take the meaning so that you know how to attack this. The Vrishabha is bulls, right? The bulls in the street, they roam. Atanti is roam, they roam around. So the bulls roam around the street. That's why we call the stupid males who roam around also as bulls. We say they roam around like bulls. It is the duty of bulls to roam around, not the people. Anyway, Vrishabha Marge Atanti. So by the bulls. Yes. Is there a question?
Why can't it be Atyanti? It is Atyate, you have told. Why can't it be
Why?
like
I will come to that. I will come to that. I will come to that. Very good. That is the question that I want to address also. So focus. Very nice. Okay. So Vrishabaihi atanti Vrishabaihi atyate, because the atana kriya is no more related to Vrishabhas. Okay. Do you see the point? When Vrishabhaha atanti, because of Kartari, the plurality of Vrishabhaha comes to the plurality of atanti. It's not atati, it is atanti. Vrishabhaha atati, Vrishabhaha atanti. Kutra atati atva kutra atanti, marge atanti. So marge is a saptami prayoga, some other thing. It is not influencing the Kartari Karmani. It is an additional information. That is why Samskrita Bharati has given this sentence to observe whether you are checking. The marge has no relationship to karma. It is simply a location of the roaming around. Okay, so that will remain. So for example, there can be further gramasya marge atanti, something. It can be Bengaluru nagarasya marge atanti. None of those influence atanti. Vrishabhaha atanti is the influencer of atanti. Vrishabhaha are the influencer in Kartari Prayoga. Remember that. Now, when we go to Karmani, the Karta has to become Tritiya Vibhakti. So the Karta continues to be the Vrishabha. Who does the roaming? The Vrishabhas do the roaming. So they are not relinquishing their Karta position, but they are relinquishing Prathama Vibhakti position. Okay. So Vrishabhaihi, they go to Tritiya. By the bulls. Vrishabhaihi. In the street remains in the street. Marge eva. That's why Marge remains Marge. Now what we do with the verb? Because verb is not following the Vrishabhas. There is no karma pada. The act of roaming around doesn't involve a karma pada. It involves only the karta's own action of roaming around. Getting up, standing up, sitting down, running. Running sometimes can have a target, but roaming doesn't have a target. That's why it's called roaming. Okay. So atanti doesn't have a target. So atyante will be incorrect, because if there is no karma pada target, we are forced to use the bhave prayoga, where we have to go to ekavachana. Bhave prayoga is ekavachana. So we go atyate, because there is no karma. We assume a neutral gender karma pada. We also call it neutral gender in our mind. Okay. But you can call it as a singular karma pada. Gender doesn't matter. Atyate, we can say. Why I said neutral? If you use other vibhakti, other kridanta forms, you have to assume neutral gender. But if it is still tinganta form, gender doesn't matter. Atyate is fine. Okay. So Vrishabhaihi atyate. By the bulls, roaming is done. Roaming as a singular is done. Okay. You don't say roamings are done, right? By bulls. You say roaming is done. Same prakriya is there in your mother tongues also. How do we say Vrishabha in Kannada? It comes as Vrishabha only in my mind. Okay. All right. Nandigalu Nandigalinda ಓಡಾಡಲ್ ಪಡುತ್ತದೆ. We go singular na, or in Hindi
Sir, ಎತ್ತುಗಳು sir.
ಎತ್ತುಗಳಿಂದ ಓಡಾಡಲ್ ಪಡುತ್ತದೆ. We say singular. ಪಡುತ್ತವೆ, no, we don't say. Same way atyate singular. Okay. So by the bulls it is roamed.
Sir, had it been Margeshu, it is right?
No, Margeshu also you still don't make the plurality of the Kriyapada. Okay, they may be roaming around in many streets. That is okay to say Margeshu. Vrishabhaihi Margeshu atyate eva. Singular atyate eva. Okay?
No, actually, in page 86, the rules say that verb is in the same number as the object, right?
Correct. Vrishabhaha atanti, that is Kartari. Karmani, who said that? Karmani, the Kriyapada has to follow the Karmapada. Karmapada is absent. Okay, for Atana Kriya. If in the absence of Karmapada, we are told do singular Karmani, Atyate, Akarmaka dhatu, Atana. Okay, dhatu, Akarmaka. So, because of absence of Karmapada, Atyate singular is applied. Okay. If it can be Margeshu, it can be Nagareshu, it can be Udyaneshu, it can be anything. That doesn't influence the Kriyapada. Okay, is it clear, guys? Anybody still having doubt? What is happening?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Clear.
Okay, okay.
Sort of clear.
Oh, she's putting it on the wall. So Gandhi, she's keeping herself open options for more questions. That's okay. So like this. Okay. So Maharajaha Rishin Sevante. Let us invite. Let me again go down to the bottom. Vishalakshi Varye. Visalakshi. AS. Can you unmute? Maharajaha Rishin Sevante. How do you work on a Karmani form of that?
Maharajaihi.
Very good.
Rishi.
Rishin is what? Karma pada, right? The Seva Kriya is applied to Rishis. Okay. So first go for the meaning. What is the meaning of Maharajaha Rishin Sevante?
Maharaja is serving the Rishi.
Is it one Maharaja or many Maharaja?
Maharaja, many Maharajas, kings.
Many kings do the Seva of Rishis, many Rishis, plurality of Rishis. Okay.
Yes.
So, okay, all right. So that much is known to you. So Rishin is in which vibhakti?
Rishi.
Dvitiya vibhakti, right? See, similar, almost similar to Rama, though it is a Rishi Shabda is different from Rama Shabda, Ikaranta, but Raman, like that will come, no? Ramam, Ramau, Raman, like that Rishin has come. Okay? Dvitiya Bahuvachana form of Rishi. So because they are also the object, you can almost by close association with the verb, you can say, yes, it is object, so it must be in the Dvitiya Vibhakti Bahuvachana. So Pratama Bahu, Dvitiya Bahu, Kriya Pada tracking the Pratama Bahuvachana, so Sevante in the Lat. Now, Maharaja has to go to Tritiya. So you already gave the answer, Maharajaihi. Correct. Yes. By yes. Maharaj, by many Maharajas. Okay, now Rishis have to go to with which Vibhakti?
Pratama Vibhakti.
Correct. Pratama. And which Vachana they have to go?
Bahuvachana.
Bahuvachana they have to go. Okay. So if you remember Hari Shabda, Harihi, Hari, Harayaha, do you remember that? Harihi, yes. Hari, Harayaha. How will Rishi Shabda go?
Rishihi.
Rishihi, Rishi, Rishayaha. Okay. Rishihi, Rishi, Rishayaha. Rishim, Rishi, Rishin. Okay, like that. Hari Shabda. Hari, Hari, Haraya, Harim, Hari, Harin, Harina, Haribhyam, Haribi. Like that. Okay. So Rishihi, Rishi, Rishayaha. So Rishayaha, Pratama Vibhakti Bahuvachana, Rishayaha has to be replaced, used for Rishin. Okay. Now come to Sevante. Karma Pada is present, many Rishis. So Sevante has to go to Karmani form. Okay. Sevya, Yakara has to come there. How will it end?
Rishayaha, Sevantyaha.
No. It has to end in Atmane Bahuvachana.
Okay. Atmanepadi.
Yeah, all Karmani is Atmanepadi. It so happens the Kartari is also Atmanepadi. See, remember, here the Sev Dhatu is a Atmanepadi Dhatu. Sevate, Sevete, Sevante. So they have used Bahuvachana Sevante. In Karmani, how will it go?
Sevyate.
Very good. Ekavachana is Sevyate. Run that to Bahuvachana.
Sevyante.
Sevyante. You got the answer. Maharajaihi Rishyaha Sevyante. Rishayaha. I also made a mistake. So Rishi has a little more. Harihi, Hari, Harayaha. I made a mistake there only. See, it is not Haryaha, Rishayaha. So Maharajaihi Rishayaha Sevyante. Remember, the Hari Shabda is very important for us. Hari is important for more than one reason. In Sanskrit exam also is important. Harihi, Hari, Harayaha, Harim, Hari, Harin, Harina, Haribhyam, Haribihi, Haraye, Haribhyam, Haribhyaha, Harehe, Haribhyam, Haribhyaha, Harehe, Haryoho, Harinam, Harau, Haryoho, Harishu. Okay, so mug that up. Sure. Maharajaihi Rishayaha Sevyante. So like this, guys. You guys try the balance. We are run out of time, 12:45. So let me close the session. Afternoon, we are going to start with the new lesson. Okay, so I'll open up the remaining answers. Uttamaha anyan kshamate. Uttamena. Uttamaha is singular, so singular tritiya vibhakti. Uttamena anye, because anyan is bahuvachana of anya shabda, and in ekavachana, bahuvachana of pratama vibhakti, it is anye. So uttamena anye kshamyante, bahuvachana, kshamyante, because anye is in bahuvachana, kshamyante goes to bahuvachana. Here uttamaha is in ekavachana, so kshamate is in ekavachana. See, from kartari ekavachana we went to bahuvachana in karmani. That also can happen. Depends on karma pada being bahuvachana. That's all. Okay. So sir,
Anya shabda, how does it go?
Which one?
Anya, anye.
There, I have the first one. See, I anticipated your question. Sarvaha, sarvau, sarve, how it goes? Same way, anya also goes. Anyaha, anyau, anye, like that.
So what is the pratipadikam there for anya shabdam?
Sarvas, anyas, sakaranta shabda.
Sakaranta, is it? Okay.
Sarvas, anyas. Little bit more in the tough portion of shabda. This one. Yeah.
It is Pumlinga Mahodaya?
Here it is in Pullinga, correct. But it can run, I think, in other. I think by nature it is Trilinga, so maybe it's a kind of applies to all lingas. All doesn't have a linga. But sometimes I have heard sarvaha, like applications like so. I'm not too sure of that. Let us cross-check both of us about sarva shabda, sarvas shabda. Okay. All right. So then mitrani prakasham shlaghante. So plurality of friends. Shlaghante is in plural because of kartari. Prakasham is in singular as a karma pada. So prakashaha, it will become ekavachana. Mitrani is bahuvachana of prathama vibhakti. It has to go to bahuvachana of tritiya vibhakti. Mitraihi. So mitram, mitre, mitrani, mitram, mitre, mitrani, mitrena, mitrabhyam, mitrena, mitrena, mitrabhyam, mitraihi. Mitraihi prakashah shlaghyate. Prakashah is ekavachana, so shlaghyate ekavachana it will become. Okay, let me see. Yeah, I am correct. Mitraihi prakashah shlaghyate. So this exercise, same questions you can attempt after a day. Don't open the book, try. Then you will learn. Okay. So answer the following questions. What are the possible meanings for Lokanataha? We know Lokasya Nataha and Lokaha Nataha Yasya. So both are possible meaning. Or Lokanam Nataha in Shashti Tatpurusha. Lokaha Nataha Yasya Saha in Bahuvrihi. So but you can give the English meaning also. If you know the Sanskritam, expand that also. Whom do officers label as horses? The Rasabhas are the what do you call them in English? Oh my God. Donkeys with tails. Donkeys with tails. You have to importantly state the tail.
Okay.
What do small
animals with tail?
No.
All animals with tail.
No, at least with donkeys. Donkey is better for the Kavi. What do small fellows do? They do small works and become angry. You can answer in English. It will be nice if you remember the Sanskrit verse also. Arabante alpame vagnaha kamam vyagra bhavanti cha maharambaha kritadiha tishtanti cha nirapah. Remember, you can say the Sanskrit portion and say it in English. Okay. Sorry, Rangachar Mahodaya, are you okay? Okay.
One small doubt in Atyanti. That how do you write that alanta? Because it is same when you write it in full also, no? Atanti also, the ta you read it as ta. Whereas Atyanti.
See, that is the dhatu. You have to take the dhatu, at dhatu. Okay, it is not ata dhatu, it is at dhatu. Then there is a karmani nich yakara coming into picture.
No, I am only worried about the writing, how to write it, because the same way if you write, you can read it as full ta as well as
see the picture. The yakara is not touching the top line. Do you see?
Yeah, it is touching the ta actually.
It's touching the ta. That's why it is a baby yakara. It's not a full yakara. Okay. So that's why the takara doesn't have an akara with it. So t, y, a, tya. Okay,
So because
you
it
don't have to go mimic that. You can write the yakara a little bit more close also, so that it is not touching the top. But in the font, they are little close to the top, but it is still away from the top.
below the yakara, no? That way.
No, you cannot write the ta below ya, because you can write the ya below ta. Correct. Yeah, you can write the ya below ta like this. I know what you mean. I have to use the yeah, like this. Okay, you can write ta. Oh yeah, I chose
It's not
wrong.
coming on the screen.
No. Okay. See, you have to use ta like this. Okay, and then you can write the one more. I have. It's not the best tool I have to write this. Okay, and then you can write the ya. And then you can write the line like that. Okay, that's also okay. I have not written the ya correctly, so the ya has to go full and come down. But the font uses ya to the right. You can also do that way. Okay.
Okay.
Actually, there is a need for a proper writing skill course on Devanagari also for the South people. Hopefully, Samskrita Bharati will do something on that. Okay, guys, I think pretty much we have closed out. So these are all correct errors. Balakaha gamyate, balakena gamyate, because it's still in Pratama Vibhakti. So it should be balakena gamyate. Okay. So balakaha, athva you can correct it as balakaha gacchati also. Make it proper lat lakara. You can put both either answer. You can put both answers also. Sridharena kampate. So kampyate. Sridharena is in Tritiya, so it should be kampyate. Sridharaha kampate or Sridharena kampyate. Sridharena kampyate, Sridharaha kampate. Both corrections are okay. Lataya sarovaraha pashyate. Lataya drishyate. Correct. Lataya sarovaraha drishyate or Lata sarovaram pashyati. So you can do both karmani, kartari, correct sentences. You are in business. So like this, matari archanam, matrarchanam is given. Okay. So matari e goes to with a yakara. Mataryarchanam will come, right? So mataryarchanam. Athva matrarchanam. Matri plus archanam, matrarchanam. If it were that way, or you want to combine that into a new sandhi, you can correct the right side. Mataryarchanam, like that. That's another answer. Two answers are usually possible. Okay, guys. With that, we will call it a day now for the top half. We'll gather at 2 o'clock. Sorry for overblasting the time. Gather back at 2 o'clock and do a quick session. Namo Namaha.
Namo Namaha.
Sir, can you please repeat the two options for this Matra Archanam? One is the Matru Archanam.
One is Matru plus Archanam. Another is keeping Matari. Keeping Matari, okay, because Matari is also a correct word. Okay. Matari is Saptami Ekavachana in the mother. Right?
Yes.
So Matari Archanam means an Archana placed in the mother. Okay. So that is also correct. Archana doesn't have to be related to Matari also. But anyway, Matari Archanam E plus A. E plus A is also end sandhi, right? So E will change to Yakara. Okay. Matari Archanam. Okay.
Okay.
So I will that will become like this. Matar Yarchanam.
Okay.
So that Repamsha will go with Yakara on top of Archanam. Like, Chanam I should Archanam. So
Matar Yarchanam.
There is another Repa. So Matar Yarchanam like that. Okay.
Matar Yarchanam. Okay. Matar. Okay, sir.
No
Thank
problem.
you. Dhanyavad.
Namaste. Yeah. Have a nice lunch, guys. You guys have 1 hour, so let's gather back at 2 o'clock.
Thank you for so much, practically 2 hours of teaching. Thank you.
Most welcome. I'm sorry for exercising this much.
No, sorry. We have enjoyed. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. You're so great, sir. One hopes to emulate you and